verse 2 and verse 3. In verse 1, in that verse 3, it said, there is a man called, you have a kinsman who is mightier. Can somebody read verse 2? Chapter 2, verse 1. In that message, in chapter 2, verse 1.
It says, man of God and mighty man.
Yeah, that Ruth chapter 2, verse 1. When he was speaking, it was like he was just speaking to me, The message was just like, it is for me. Everything the man of God has just said is what we all are going through in life and in this city. Can you read verse 2? And somebody should read from verse 3, chapter 3, verse 12. 2 verse 1.
Now Naomi had a relative of her husband,
Okay.
a man of great wealth and influence,
An influential man.
from the family of Elimelech, whose name was Boaz.
Amen. Now it says he has a prominent man. He has a connection. He has a contact. Now in verse 12, chapter 3, verse 12, somebody read. You hear what it says.
It is true that I am your close relative and redeemer. Wherever there is a relative, close the night.
Okay.
Spend the night, and in the morning, if he will redeem you, fine.
In another translation, you see, in another translation, you see, even if you have a kinsman, you have a contact, but there is a contact that is greater than this contact that you have. Now, this place was just speaking to me. Some people may have contact, some people may have influence, just like our brother was speaking. There are people in the hospital, they don't have anybody to come and look after them. The Lord is about to give somebody a contact. The Lord is about to do what? To give you a contact. That contact, nobody can take it away from you. The Lord is about to open a door for you. That door, nobody can close it. I speak to someone, but there is something very important in this message. He said, when the Lord bless you, when the Lord blesses you, when the way God does his own thing, there is no distance in the presence of God. It's always interconnected. When our brother was leading the worship, if you hear when he spoke to our sister, when she finished the testimony, there is something he told her. He said, if God has blessed you, you should do what? Bless somebody. I don't know, that's what you say. And here the man of God said the same thing. He said, when God blesses you, you should spread out. Sometimes God has put us in a place that we reach our hand and stretch our hand to people. But because of discrimination, or because of what? Because of you want to be biased, you don't want to stretch your hand. He says, stretch your hand, give to people. It doesn't matter the religion they come from, it doesn't matter the background, it doesn't matter the caste. You know what? Stretch your hands to them and give to them. Spread. He said, when you give, the more you give, God will give you the same. God love what? A cheerful giver. If you give, God will give you the same. You will never lack. I think this is a wonderful message that God has spoken to us. And I'm very, very, very motivated and I'm very, very encouraged. Shall we rise up and pray for our pastor? Let's say that God will continue to use him. He's a human rights, a general secretary of human rights activists. The person that has spoken to us. If God can use him to touch people, God can